With the recent opening of pre-orders for Horizon Forbidden West, there's rightfully been a lot of backlash over it, due to Sony charging extra for photo mode features, giving deluxe edition owners resource packs, and forcing PlayStation users to buy an $80 deluxe edition if they want to play the PS5 version after playing the PS4 version. Something I think we can all agree is incredibly scummy, especially after they've already said that the next gen upgrade for Forbidden West would be free. I mean, the crab gamer curse couldn't be more brutal. And you've got to love how Sony calls free next gen upgrades dual entitlement. That wording should tell you more than enough. The fact Sony hasn't implemented anything like smart delivery yet is absurd. It's very clear that it is in fact possible to give free upgrades from PS4 versions to PS5 versions, because we've seen a lot of developers including Sony themselves do it in the past. But of course, PlayStation fanboys are out in full force defending Sony because apparently they enjoy being scammed. People who get their games practically free in a cheap $1 subscription service will always complain about upgrade costs, purchase prices for games, hardware costs, and any other costs. Those folks usually game on a system that's the last place in everything, including low Metacritic. Gotta love how the dude who got banned off of Twitter because of a copyright strike from Sony is still shilling for PlayStation to this day. Game Pass has almost nothing to do with this situation. Smart delivery on the other hand does. It's undeniable that Xbox right now are offering the bare minimum of pro-consumerism to their customers, whereas Sony right now is offering their customers essentially the peak of anti-consumerism. And to no one's surprise, a guy who claims story and graphics were more important for video games than gameplay has an insanely bad take on the situation. I'll stop ranting about this to spare you guys, but this Horizon Forbidden West nonsense proves my point that cross-gen needs to end as soon as possible. We wouldn't be in this situation if Horizon Forbidden West was only on PS5. No, it doesn't prove your point at all. This isn't a problem with cross-gen. This is a problem with what Sony is doing. If Sony did the current bare minimum of offering free upgrades to PS5 versions, like they promised, through a system like smart delivery, then there wouldn't be a problem. This is more of an issue with Sony's treatment of their customers and an issue with PlayStation promising things and not delivering. Not to defend Sony, but Nintendo did not have an upgrade for Breath of the Wild from the Wii U to the Switch, and no one complained. Probably because that was 2017 when offering free next-gen upgrades was not made standard by most companies thanks to smart delivery, and probably because Nintendo never had any misleading blog posts stating that you would be able to get a free next-gen upgrade for Forbidden West. Also, the Switch and the Wii U have different architectures, so there's far more porting work required, unlike with the PS5 and PS4 where they share similar architectures. Y'all throw the term consumer friendly so loosely nowadays. They have two versions of the game, they don't have to give you both for free. It is the same game on PS5 and PS4. Sony's charging you extra to use the capabilities of your PS5's hardware. PlayStation users have already bought the game. Why should they have to pay extra to access the full version of the game on PS5 after they've already bought the game? Most third-party games and all Xbox games give you the next-gen upgrade for free. Imagine if developers locked things like ray tracing 60 FPS and 4K behind the deluxe editions for games on PC. That is basically what's happening here, and the fact anyone is defending this is insane. Last time I checked, Xbox users also pay, not for any first-party Xbox games and not for most third-party games. Sure, you have the exceptions like Call of Duty, but apart from those, most third-party games offer their next-gen upgrades for free. IGN are Xbox shills. Remember they tried to push Game Pass? So obvious, lol. How the fuck does pushing Game Pass make you a shill? Of course IGN are going to praise a service when it's good. You have to be an extreme PlayStation shill to not realize the value in Game Pass, and to brush off IGN calling out Sony on their BS as them just being Xbox shills. Way to fuck over the real fans that haven't gotten a PS5 yet and don't want to be spoiled. Basically, buy a PS4 version then buy a PS5 version again, you stupid fuckers. The real fans are the ones that don't have a PS5 yet. Imagine trying to justify Sony trying to trick customers into double dipping by gatekeeping who are considered real fans of PlayStation. I'm sure there are millions of quote-unquote real fans who want a PS5 but can't get a hold of one because of the recent pandemic or because of the fact that scalping is still a major issue, and most people aren't stupid enough to pay $800+ for a fucking console. I mean, damn, of course a brand new upgraded system ain't cheap. If you're not getting it anytime soon, why would owning the PS5 version concern you right now? Maybe it concerns them because millions of people are trying to get a PS5 right now, and no one is complaining about the $500 price tag of a PS5. They're complaining about the fact you can't get a hold of a PS5 for $500 $100, aka its value. I can imagine trying to justify what Sony is doing by saying that it doesn't concern PS4 users, when it absolutely does. Oh great, yet another everybody should do what Microsoft does. How about to buy the game on the platform you own at the time you plan on playing it? Instead it's constant whining about I bought a game once, I should be able to play it on all future platforms, in perpetuity. Of course people want Sony to copy what Microsoft is doing better than them. If your competition is doing something better than you, then no shit people want you to do the same thing. In what world is trying to get a company to improve their platform by not being blatantly anti-consumer a bad thing? And it's almost like if a game is cross-gen then I shouldn't have to pay extra just to use the hardware of my console to its intended level. And I sure as hell shouldn't have to pay extra to gain access to certain photo mode features. The PS5 version is almost identical to the PS4 version. Charging $80 to upgrade to the PS5 version is outright ridiculous. I wasn't aware Microsoft bought both Bethesda and IGN.
Damn fam, you got the whole chat laughing.
Lot of false rage on this. Don't see the big deal. If you're going to drop €75 to €100 on a PS4 game, the chances are you won't be getting a PS5 anytime soon. If you're planning to get a PS5, then why the feck are you still buying full price games for the PS4? Probably because they don't have a PS5 yet, but are looking to get one. With Xbox you don't have to wait to get a PS5 before buying games if you want the next gen version, without double dipping or paying $80 fucking dollars. You simply buy the game, play it, and then play it in its superior version when you get a Series X. I really do not get how this person thinks that someone buying a game for the PS4 won't be thinking of buying a PS5. Does this person think that they won't play any games whilst they wait for the PS5 to come back down to a reasonable price? Already with a PS5 and always willing to spend the money on quality games, it is what it is.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
God damn, I couldn't imagine being that ignorant and selfish. Your situation does not mean that everyone else's situation doesn't matter and doesn't exist. You might be a corporate shill, but that doesn't mean everyone else has to be. Smart delivery lol. Series X is just another Xbox One, so all the games are compatible because it's the same system. Why do you think Xbox won't let you have an Xbox One and Series X as main consoles at same time? Because they are the same. PS4 and PS5 are different consoles. Both next-gen systems share the same architecture to their last-gen counterparts. In your own logic, the PS5 is just another PS4, so they should be able to just give people free upgrades. However, I shouldn't expect PlayStation fanboys to know any sense of logic, or expect them to say anything remotely factual. It literally isn't frustrating nor something to complain about. Smart delivery is nice, but you are not entitled to anything. This is the problem. You've come to expect something for free that was never promised, not the fact you can buy one game and not get two versions. SMDH. For a dude with the name Reality Check on Twitter, you seem very out of touch with reality. Sony's own lies in their blog posts are exactly why people expected free next-gen upgrades. They did in fact promise this. It's Sony's fault that they promised a free next-gen upgrade for Forbidden West to their customers, not Xbox's. Also, yes, if you buy a game, you're absolutely entitled to be able to play that game on the PS4/PS5. This idea that the PS5 version is a different game is flat out delusional. It is the same game on both systems, and there is absolutely no reason to charge people $80 to access a next gen upgrade, other than pure greed. And on top of this, what Sony is doing could set a very bad precedent for game preservation, as instead of there being one version of this game available that automatically sets the settings for whatever system you're on, there's now, from what we know, two separate versions of this game. We both know there will be an upgrade path, this mentioning deluxe and special edition stuff. We go through the same BS and FUD every time. Do you all live for like and engagement or what? Reading the comments just has me laughing. I mean, I don't see any upgrade path on the PlayStation Store. In fact, all I see is Sony blatantly saying that they do not plan on offering a path for next gen upgrades. This is good news. Hopefully Sony can start phasing out the PS4 for good. I want exclusive PS5 games only with no PS4 port. The reason for this is I want to see beautiful games, 60 FPS at least, and make the PS5 use its full potential. PS4 is holding the PS5 back. Just get a PS5 easy. Not everyone is dumb enough to pay scalpers to get a PS5, my guy. Also, in no way, shape or form is this game being held back by PS4. It was originally intended for the PS5 only, and then they decided to port it to PS4, because millions of people can't get a PS5, because it isn't that easy unless you want to be scammed. Sony boys, just buy the deluxe edition. Pay more money is good for the industry. Since you always criticize Xbox Play game on Game Pass is hurting the industry. Game Pass is doing the complete opposite of hurting the industry. Indie developers are seeing far more money from Game Pass than they would have ever seen from normal sales if it weren't on Game Pass. Plus, a hell of a lot of people can't simply just buy the deluxe edition. $80 is an insane amount of money to pay for a game that most people cannot afford. Frankly, at some point they should stop creating two versions of the game for PS4 and PS5 as a business. It's 8-year-old hardware at this point, and while they can still tiptoe around its restrictions and deliver experiences on both at the moment, it's ultimately holding next gen back. I mean, you are half right. They should stop creating two versions of the game. They should create one version for both PS4 and PS5 where, depending on the system you play, it will upgrade you to the PS5 settings or keep you on the PS4 settings, like Smart Delivery does, instead of trying to trick thousands of people into double dipping or charging them $80. I do love how many people claim cross-gen games are holding back next gen, when there's been absolutely no evidence of that. You can still make a true next-gen game and port it to old hardware. Optimization is an incredible thing. You can get an upgrade if you buy the deluxe versions or above, and that's still total bullshit. They stated months ago that you would get a free next-gen upgrade, and it's like developers locking ray tracing 60fps/120 fps and 4K behind the deluxe editions on PC. No one on PC would accept that crap, but for some reason PlayStation fanboys love being scammed. It's truly astonishing how far people will go to defend their favorite piece of plastic. Smart delivery was just a buzzword though. Evidently not. I have absolutely no idea how you can look at this situation and then say that smart delivery is just a buzzword, especially when smart delivery isn't a bloody word in the first place. The entire situation has only proved that smart delivery wasn't a buzzword, like PlayStation fanboys were trying to claim for months. But somehow this guy has looked at this situation and decided that smart delivery is still a buzzword. This man is the peak of human evolution, I'm not going to lie. Now we've finally come to the end of this video, because frankly I'd preferably die than read more moronic tweets from Sony ponies. So with all that being said, please don't forget to do all the things YouTubers love to beg you to do, aka check out my Discord server, follow me on Twitter, as well as like, comment and subscribe. So I'll see you all in the next video.